Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. We're here for you Friday night. All right, everybody. How you doing? Happy Friday. It's over. So, cool stuff. So, today I want to show you some stuff in honor of my eBay pickup, my Allen & Ginter Hobby Box Empty that I picked up from eBay this week that had some empty packages in there because I collect Allen & Ginter stuff and I wanted the original hobby box because I never had it, and because for the last 18-19 years I've always had a couple of these. I should mention that these are empty. I've opened these my own self. So these are blasters from back then, from 2006 Allen & Ginter, which is my favorite top set. So, and of course I love the Danica Patrick card, and her autograph, mini framed autograph, was my white whale and grail card for the last 18 years, and I finally picked it up about 6 months ago and showed that plenty of times. But what we're going to do today is we're going to show you some Tobacco Tuesday, Thursday, Friday mini cards. So once again, I showed the black borders and the gold borders and stuff like that out of this box that only Shaka's Closet has ever guessed what this is from. I got a bunch of cards in there in these little top loaders that were the earlier Allen & Ginter backs that I had picked up over the years. And when these little plastic top loaders came out, I put all my ANGs, the short prints, and the black borders into those up to a point, and then I stopped doing that. Now they got the full-size penny sleeve that you can put in a regular top loader, so I'm leaning more towards that because they're easier to store in these white boxes, because as you know, you really don't have anything that stores the mini cards even with this. So but anyways, happy Friday. So today, long day but not too bad. It's kind of funny. I grew up in Albuquerque. I'm from Chicago. That's why I'm a Cubs fan and all that. But I grew up in Albuquerque. We moved there before the first grade, and I still have family living there. I moved here 12 years ago because of my wife. She had been living here for 20 years, and we reacquainted online. But I've known her since the first grade. Actually, it's the first girl I ever liked, like in real life, that wasn't like Princess Leia or something. But that's another story for another day. Point being is I'm a New Mexican, basically. I grew up in Albuquerque, spent over 30 years there, and but moved here for her. And so, of course, I still have interest in Albuquerque, and I want Albuquerque to thrive, and I've got family there. So at my work today, the local supervisor, the county supervisor, showed up at our building today and was doing a, what do you call it? Some kind of event was happening. And so she was there with a group of people giving in, a speech or whatever. And turns out, I've known about her since I've been here, but I guess she's from New Mexico. She's from Alamogordo, and her term's coming up, and so now she's becoming the county. Well, it's not the county supervisor; it's the county executive or whatever for Albuquerque and Bernalillo County. So she was there today. So me and my boss, we were sitting there watching her speech and all that, and other people talk. And then afterwards, we went up and talked to her because my boss wanted to get a picture with her because she's been working for them for a long time. And so I was like, hey, I'm from New Mexico. And, oh, really? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Where are you from? And I was like, oh, I grew up in Albuquerque and I went to Manzano. I was telling her all that. And, oh, that's great. And I said, well, I wanted to wish you luck. I hope it works out for you there because I still have family. We chit-chatted, and so we took pictures with her. And so I told her, I was like, yeah, she's like, oh, what part of town do you live in, or did you? And I was like, oh, my mom lived in Blinn. She's like, oh, I got family in Blinn, and I got a brother in Los Lunas. And Then she was asking where my brothers live, and I told her which parts of the city. And I was like, so good luck. I hope you do good there. And while you're at it, make sure you guys replace that stadium because we got an old dumpy stadium like the Cow Palace up here. It's called Tingley Coliseum, which where like you'd see Metallica, Tool, George Strait, and all these people. But it only holds like 8 to 10,000 people, and it's been around since the 30s, and it's a dump. So we have the amphitheater for concerts and stuff in the summer, but other than that, the pit where the Lobos play basketball, it's not really good for concerts because they've got a small floor, and they need a new stadium like they have in every other big city. And for whatever reason, Albuquerque just won't pull the trigger. So I was like, replace the stadium. So hey, my Albuquerque people, if you get a stadium built, you can thank me. Just kidding. All right, everybody. So the wife, I don't know when she's coming home. Maybe she'll stop in anytime and say hi. And so I figured I'd get this episode out because I like showing these cards. So in honor of Alan and Ginter, let's do this. I'm going to turn this around because I want to shout out some people. Definitely like commenting collector. As I checked, the computer's over here, folks. That's why I keep looking there. I was at 181 subscribers, so we're inching closer. We got 19 to go before September 23rd. September 23rd, that would be 9. Let's get in here, 9/23. If I can get to 200 subscribers by my 1 year anniversary, I could do a contest. I'll probably give away something pretty good, or give a few options for the person who wins if we get there. But if nobody cares, because only one person. Ooh, this got blurry. Hold on a second. That's strange. Let's see if this helps. All right, let me pause this. All right, people, I'm back. So I just turned it around because I'm going to do that anyways. So let me do some shout outs here. Nevertheless, we're at a 181 subscribers, so 19 more to go. Thank you guys for subscribing. If we can get to 200, I'll come up with some kind of contest like a VR or something like that. And I haven't done shout outs in the last few episodes because number one, I talked too long during the Alan and Ginter one, and then the James Earl Jones one, I didn't feel it appropriate because that was more memorial to him. And so we'll give you guys something to look at here. Let me make sure it's still recording. Yep. So shout out to Sports Card Dad. He commented. I'm just going to say names because I've got a lot to get to. New subscriber Gary Crawl. ASR Roy replied about those mini leaders cards that he saw that I told him Alvin Davis was in there, and then he pointed out that he's seen the Tony Gwynn too because he collects them. No need to reply. 34 commented that he stumbled on my page, and he's an Onyx collector from that video. Collector's Dream commented, cool stuff, thanks Orlando. Although I like the term oddball because I like product issue, which is what I would call them, to be separated from mainstream issue cards, because to take pride in the oddball stuff. Oh, I should check and see if this is all blurry, huh? Alright, so there you go. Get to see Danica and old Mickey Mantle there. But anyways, I digress. But I get the point. Card's card. Ginogome, Ginog Gomez, sorry. Commented. Really likes the Alan and Ginter minis. Made a few comments. Calliope Vitzes. Sorry. He rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Thank you, Diver Dave. chimed in about going to the bargain boxes when he gets to New York. And he's from, what is he's in Singapore, I believe. And Cloudsy 424 UFC commented again. Thank you. Wax Nostalgic. Peter B have replied to me, replying to him. Sports Card Dad again, A Collector's Dream, and then back to Comedy and Collector, which we haven't heard for in a whole 3 days. That's kind of crazy. And Wax Nostalgic, Sports, all right. So getting to some conversations, got in with some different people. All right, folks. So let's get to it. Let's show you guys some Allen & Ginter. Some of my favorites are the Allen & Ginter A&G backs. And we're just going to start doing it and see how far we get before I feel it's going on too long. Oh, got to turn this light on. All right, hold on. Dag nabbit. All right, folks, sorry about that. It looked like it was burnt out, but I guess I fixed it. So starting to have trouble with the wiring, I guess. Oh, see, there it goes again. So anyhow, so yeah, I took pictures with that supervisor who's going to be the new county person in Bernalillo County there in Albuquerque. So hopefully she doesn't bring too much of the California type politics there. But I'll leave it at that. Okie dokie. All right, so here we go, folks. So I think I already showed this one, Ramon Hernandez. So this is an original Topps Allen & Ginter 2006. All right, I guess I can get in a little closer because they're so small. So Ramon Hernandez, if anybody remembers Ramon, that original Allen & Ginter style back, we've seen him on these hobby boxes, like that little seal there, kind of like a tobacco seal. He's also on the side of the box. So that's your original Topps Allen & Ginter backs, and that's based on an original Allen & Ginter card from sometime in the 1880s, the Smoker series, I believe. That is 2006. So, all right. Then we are going to go to Sean Green. So that's pretty sweet. I believe that is also 2006, people. All right, folks, thanks for hanging in there. So Sean Green. I believe we're still in 2006. There we go. Big Popi. Mr. David Ortiz. David Ortiz, 2006. Guess it's not technically Tobacco Tuesday or Thursday, so I guess I'm not going to have to show the original again. Still 2006, when we could tell that from this blue writing down here, which is based on the original Allen & Ginter's, 1887. That's what those look like. You can go back and watch the last few videos where I show that card. So Victor Martinez. If anyone remembers Victor. Trevor Hoffman, there you go. That's pretty early Trevor Hoffman. I really liked those San Diego uniforms. I wish they'd kept doing that, because those are cool. So these are all going to be A&G backs. I don't think there will be any no numbers in this little stack, because I believe I put those in one touches. But wouldn't it be nice if we came across a surprise? I'll be like, oh, I didn't even know I had that. Jason Isringhausen. So once again, 2006. Jason Isringhausen. Feel like I'm reaching here, people. I don't know what's going on. I gotta see, I got a lot of 2006s. So I must have more full-size cards than what I showed you the other day. I thought those were all of them, but I only had a stack like this thick. And considering all the minis that we come across, considering there's one mini per 6 or 7 cards. We should probably have more large cards than what I showed. Carlos Zambrano there. Of course, they took the little pipe out of his mouth that he was smoking. If you want to go back and look at the original Allen Ginter's pictures of him, I think he was in some of those Allen Ginter books that they gave out too. They had like the kind of like showing what the complete set was, and like a book that was like bound with like ribbon. Carlos Lee, 238. So anything over 301 is going to be a short print, and this might be one. I believe that is Stonewall Jackson. So aside from my Danica Patrick's, which I showed yesterday, there's my mini short print. So the Stonewall Jackson number 342. Now I do have the Danica Patrick, 2 of the minis, but I don't have an A&G back Danica. So yeah, nowadays when you get a no number card, it's the A&G back with no number. But back then it was still the normal back with no number. So we shouldn't see any no numbers here. But I do have the Danica Patrick 2 minis, the short print. She's card number 305. Then I have the black border one and the no number one of Danica. Then I also have like the Cap Anson, which I think I showed. Well, not the Cap Anson, the Montgomery Ward maybe. And the Hulk Hogan, but that's in the binder. So we probably won't get to that because this video will take too long. Alright, there we go. We're up 2007, so you can see they put the number right in there instead of where it says Topps. So now it has the number 2007, Derek Jeter, but it's basically the same style, a little slightly different. And if you go watch, or if you go to Ginter Gold, the website I've been talking about, or his Instagram page, more probably that's the place you got to go. So go to Ginter Gold Instagram, and he did an interview with the guy who came up with some of the designs for these Allen Ginters, like especially the first year. He's the one that came up with the splash design behind that little yellowish color, or whatever other colors they had behind that. So he was talking about how he came up with that and tried to make them a little different from card to card to give it a little bit of something. And so they talk about how they actually kind of designed these, that they were trying to stay true to the original. So the whole kind of, he talks a bit about the printing process and what they did. And so that's pretty interesting. He talked to actually like 2 guys, and one of the guys that did the design that I was telling you about, he had something to do with something else as well. He was on 3 cards and Topps. He's on the one set of the orange made up baseball team, the employees, where they made up like a team of old school players, dead ball. And he's one of the players on there. He's the guy on the Crack the Code card that's looking at himself in the mirror. And then he's one of the Gypsy Queens, gypsies, but it's a guy dressed as a girl on the Gypsy Queen, so that's pretty funny. So I know a lot of Derek Jeter fans out there, so there you go. Like Aaron, is it Aaron Michael Goldberg? I think I said his name wrong last time, but he's a big Derek Jeter fan. So yeah, I highly suggest you guys go check out Ginter Gold on Instagram, or he's got his own website, gintergold.com. And he's a super collector of 2006 Allen Ginter. I know he does other Allen Ginters as well, based on his page. But he's 8 cards away from the master set of Allen Ginter 2006, which means everything except for the 101s. I mean, he's got printing plates. At least, I think he has like at least one of each, one printing plate from each card in the set. So doesn't mean he has all the printing plates or all the wood cards from every, you know what I'm trying to say. If there was like 4 printing plates for Roy Halladay, he would have at least one. So that kind of master set. But like everything in it, the inserts, the autographs, relics, he's only 8 cards away. Except for everybody's been looking for this Dontrelle Willis numbered to 10 rip card, but nobody's ever seen one, so they might have never been released. So if anyone out there knows if there is a Dontrelle Willis rip card from 2006, let them know, because nobody's ever seen one. And then I was looking at the personalized postcards, box loaders. There's only one that I've ever seen. That's the A-Rod one. So the other 14 are still missing at least images online. So if you guys know anything about that, comment here and I can pass it along to him, or you can go there. That'd be neat to see. So Roy Halladay. All right, Dan O'Brien. So there we go. I kept calling them oddballs the other day because a lot of people think they're odd to get non-baseball. And I've talked a million times that Alan Ginter's is the world champions, and that guy did talk about that. I see there on that interview that, yeah, it was everyone they chose to put in there had to be a champion of some way or another. They did something really important, like the champion hot dog eater. So that's the basic thing. Or like if you're a celebrity, I guess you're a champ that you made it. You know what I mean? If you're a baseball player, you know, well, Derrick Lee there, I mean, he's a superstar. He's not in the Hall of Fame, but he's a superstar, but he made it to the major league. So you're kind of champ in that sense, that you've made it to the peak. So kind of consider it like that. Derrick Lee there. So now we're on to the third set. So that's 2008. I really like that design down there. They're going with something a little different, making it a little more their own, but keeping that classy look. But they're still using that guy on the A&G back. All right, then we have Luis Castillo. That's a pretty cool image of him. They kind of talked about some of the filtering and stuff that they did to get this painted look. So it's fascinating stuff, people. If you, I just love this set. I mean, you're getting your modern players, but you're getting them looking old school, and it's just cool. And I love mini cards. I just do. All right, now we moved on to 2009. So this is the first departure, kind of from the original Allen & Ginter look. Even though that's different, it's still very similar to the first few. Now they're kind of going, all right, we got to do something a little different. We can't just keep doing the same thing. But Hermedia, and these are cool. Still using that guy in the back. So 2009. All right. Let's see where we're at here. 23 minutes. So maybe we'll just go through the 2009s. And we'll cut it off there because I don't want to do another 40-minute video. I could just start and do another one. So let's do that. I got a little stack of these 2009s, and then we'll end that one there, and then we'll do another one for later. All right, so it'll probably be around 30 minutes here. Hardy, one of the Hardy boys there for Milwaukee. J.J. Hardy. I know some people don't like mini cards. I don't know why, other than they're hard to store. But I bet you don't have any trouble storing a T206 if it were Ty Cobb or Hannes Wagner, Justin Verlander there. We showed the Topps 206s yesterday, some more that I found. So just gonna keep going on with this old school theme because I spent a few months doing oddball cards, the occasional rip, and now for the last almost a month now, I've been doing old style classics cards, but modern old style kind of looking cards. So that's great. Look at that, Justin Verlander as a Tiger still. Alright, Bailey, and they were still using that old rookie card logo, which I believe we determined on the Topps 206 and Topps 205s or whatever. I think it was 206 that 2010 is when they switched to the more modern rookie card logo that you see now. It was either 2010 or 2011. Andrew Bailey. Very classy, nice. Alright. Atkins. Sorry, probably could have got through a lot more of these if I didn't talk so much at the beginning, and but I felt needed to do some shout outs, and I guess this is almost like my little video diary or something like that, talking about what's going on with the day and all that. But hey, when I look back, maybe in 10 years, if I'm looking at this video, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that day. So I guess it's nostalgia for my own sake. But you guys get to see some cards if you like this kind of stuff. That's why I came up with this channel, because nobody was doing these kind of cards. Not enough for my liking. So I'm trying to fill a void here on YouTube. Heart. So hopefully someday in the future, people will be like, oh, I'm glad that guy did that, even though I have to listen to him talk all monotone. And you guys should know by now, if you want me to sound normal, you might want to set your settings to 1.25 or 1.5. Corey Hart. But somebody might go, oh, I'm glad I got to see that stuff, because the old videos from 2009, 2006 are just horrible quality. You can't see anything, and people are just breaking, zipping through the packs and not really showing you anything, or the front or the backs. So I'm here for that. It's kind of why I wanted to do this. One of the reasons. Tejada, look at there, Astros uniform. So they were doing those type back in 2009. Miguel Tejada. Alright, looks like we go down to the last three, folks. So Cabrera, I think I got his autograph in the Topps 206. Or maybe even on Allen Ginter. It's one of the two. Fairly sure it's not Gypsy Queen. But Cabrera, San Diego. Everett Cabrera. I think. It could be a relic. I could be conflating that, but just from my memory, folks, that's what I think. So when I show that card, I wonder if I'll remember this conversation that I guess I'm having with myself. Nelson? Maybe I should do a video where you guys roast me. I'll be like, hey, you get 1 minute, you can roast me, and you know, by critiquing my YouTube style, or my talk, or my voice, or the cards that I show, or my stories and my ramblings on, and get some constructive, unconstructive criticism. But you know, just here to show cards, share this stuff with people, have some interaction. We're never going to make any money off this kind of stuff, people, unless you want to do some crazy stuff like I don't know, like what's that dude, the investor guy, whatever, the guy in Florida that's got that shop. So there we go. The last one, Heron, Dan Heron. So even if I got to the point where I could be monetized, I think really the amount of money you would make from that might buy you like a blaster, or maybe a blaster or a hobby box every 5 or 6 months. So, Aaron. But I just want to show my love for these kind of cards. Odd product issue, or what other people know as oddball, but stuff that you got in products like Twinkies and Jiffy Pop. It's time to cut my nails again, people. So there we go, Dan Heron. Just over 30 minutes. So I guess that's that. All that. Got through that. And then next we will be getting to the next design, which still has that. So there's a little preview. And that's 2011. So, oh, that's interesting. I don't have any 2010s. Well, people, I guess I don't have any 2010 Allen Ginter backs. That's interesting. Well, that's something I'm going to need to get because, like I said, I try to collect a different kind of card from Allen Ginter, and not having an A&G back from that year is kind of an oversight on my part. Hey, everybody, I hope you enjoy this. Thanks for watching. 19 more subscribers, people, and it might be worth the while because probably gonna offer up some pretty cool stuff. All right, thanks everybody. See ya.